So we're here celebrating youth athletics, and you're one of the younger guys here tonight, so you can maybe speak to this. Over maybe the last 20 to 30 years, the way youth athletics have gone, it's different. I don't know, when you were a kid, it was just more like Little League, but now they have these intense travel league organizations. How do you guys, as athletes, try and make the game fun for everyone so that these kids don't feel that they have to be in a travel organization to eventually make it to the pros?
Well, of course, when I grew up, my first travel league wasn't until I was probably 14 or 15. So, my son's 7. He's already played 2 years in travel ball. But you just got to spread it out. I mean, let your kids play any sport they want to play, and a lot of dads say push. If your kid wants to play, let him play, and he'll grow into it. My son, he's playing a fall league now, and he's kind of worn out. So, 35 games for a 7-year-old is kind of tough.
Do you think, in some respects, that too much of a good thing is a bad thing? I mean, it seems like it's almost shutting the game out to people. These travel leagues are expensive, number one. A lot of these kids at 7, 8 years old are now getting hitting lessons from former major leaguers. So the state of the game going forward, how do you see that? Like, how do we make sure the youth really stay involved in the game?
Just try every opportunity you get. I mean, there's plenty of opportunities, like I said, to have lessons from big league guys, and even if you can't get paid for a big leaguer, the coaches now are pretty knowledgeable in these leagues, so just gotta stay playing and don't get frustrated. But it's tough because you said these guys, the travel leagues, it's an easy way for guys to get ahead, but at the same time, a lot of those kids get burnt out. So just find a way to stay involved.
And on the flip side, the travel league, obviously, for someone like you, helps you cope with what you need to do to get to the big leagues. How have you found the majors, like, going along? I mean, once it becomes a job and that's your living, how does it change for you?
You have to find a way to keep it fun. It's a kid's game, so we're really lucky and fortunate to be able to play this game for a job. And he said he's got to remember that sometimes it gets tedious and overwhelming, but at the end of the day, we're playing baseball for a living, and it's been great for me and my family. And obviously no complaints, but just gotta stay hard and work at it. Can't take it for granted. And like for me, I just go out there every day and try to remember why I'm there.
Where'd you grow up?
Kentucky.
Kentucky. So how have you found, California?
California is it's a little different,
I'd say, yeah.
But I left when I left right after I turned 18, and I'm 30 now. But you just gotta grow and adjust. I mean, I went from Bowling Green, Kentucky to Ogden, Utah. In a matter of graduating high school to 4 days later, I'm playing Utah. So it's adjusting. You just find ways to play, and I was always trying to go different, play in winter ball or go somewhere to try to play, and it kept me going and got me adjusted to everything.
World Series, you watch it. What were your thoughts on it?
I was definitely happy to see the National League win. I wish Detroit could have won a few more games to help Prince out. He's kind of our boy from back in the day. So, but it was good. It was good to see Prince get there, and it was still good to see the Giants. I was happy for the National League.
It's interesting because Jose Reyes actually he had a lot of friends on the Tigers, and even though he's naturally a guy, he was rooting for the Tigers when I ran into him. The first night of the World Series was actually at a basketball game, which was odd. What do you look? I mean, when the World Series ends, and now you have this off season. Obviously, it's really never an off season because you're training. But is there a little bit of relief that the baseball season's over and you have that time now? And when do you start looking to the next season?
I'm a big fan of the off season. I can, for me, it's this rest and family time, and we have a great church, and I like to go to our church. And that's off season is usually the only chance I get. So to be able to catch up on things that I get most people get to do, I don't get to do all the time. So I try to take advantage of that. And then, for me, obviously I had an injury this year, so I can't start working out till December. But usually it's right around November I start getting after it.
Excellent. Thanks a lot.